My topic for today is keeping motivation high when things seem challenging. So, how to keep motivation high when things seem challenging? Well, for many of us right now, things are a little bit more challenging perhaps than they may have been yesterday. And it can be really tricky in our business to keep our motivation levels where they need to be when it feels like there's lots of stuff we can't control around us. And so what I want to speak about today is how to kind of work through that situation. So today we were speaking about keeping motivation high when things seem challenging. So the big thing for me when challenges come and hit us, when things feel crazy and out of control, is to focus on the things that we can control. And yes, there are some things that we can't. Perhaps your business is being closed, perhaps you're unable to operate right now, or perhaps things are curtailed for you. But let's focus on controlling those things that we can control. What can you do in your business? What can you do in order to come out of this situation, this lockdown, in a better position than you went in? Okay, what actions can you take that mean that you can come out in a better position rather than, getting caught up and spiraling downwards? What actions can you take to actually spiral your business upwards? Okay, so focusing on those things that we can control in our business. Now, if that means that you have to sit and you have to brainstorm yourself and you have to write a list to get back into that mindset, then that's okay. And that is not a bad use of your time, is to actually pull yourself back and to focus on those things that are controllable for you, with the things you can impact and the actions that you and your team can take as a result of those, so that you end up in a better place, whatever those things might be. Okay. So that's the first thing I want you to think about, is when things seem challenging and you feel unmotivated, think about those things that you can control. Think about those things that you can work on at this point in time. The next thing that I want to speak about when it comes to keeping motion high when things seem challenging is to change your environment. Now, with stay-at-home orders, that can be very, very difficult. But changing your environment might just mean sitting in a different room in your house. It might mean sitting in your garden, even if it's freezing cold. We have snow just now, but it could still mean sitting in your garden with lots of layers on. It could just mean going for a walk and breathing in the fresh air. But changing your environment can really help to shift things if things are feeling sluggish and slow and unmotivated. So what can you do to change your environment, even if it is reshuffling the way that your room is laid out in your home office, even if it is getting your kids to draw some drawings that you put on the wall, whatever that is, something that shifts up that kind of stale feeling and that unmotivated energy that you have and gets it moving to a different place. Photos, as I say, drawings that, your kids or nieces or nephews or something may have done can be a nice way to do that, because it can also help you look at what matters. And that is the third thing that I want to speak about, is actually thinking about what matters at this point in time to you, and what are you doing about those things that actually matter. Because if you're focusing on those things that matter to you, then actually you end up feeling more motivated overall in your life, and that will spill off into your business. So whether the things that matter to you are something like exercise and taking care of your health, whether it is getting on Zoom calls with friends, whether it is, spending time with your children or your spouse, making sure that you have the time in to do that, to do those things that light you up, that fill you up in your personal life, so that you can feel overall happier, better when you approach your business as well. Okay. So what are those things that you can do to basically fill your own cup so that that spills over in a positive way into your business as well? And that will help increase your motivation for your business at the same time too. The other thing that can really be helpful, I find, when things seem kind of challenging, when things seem overwhelming, and sort of getting my motivation back with that, is to basically write down all of the to-dos that are in my head. Okay, I often feel challenged and overwhelmed when I have lots of things that I know I need to do and I don't have them documented anywhere. So taking some time to actually just sit and kind of brainstorm yourself and just write down every single thing you have to do, whether that is personal, business, whatever that is, get it all on paper. Because once you have it on paper, you can put it in your diary and you can allocate time for it. At the moment, many of us are getting our days squeezed with having to do homeschooling or caring responsibilities, and getting it all down on paper and working out when you can fit stuff in your day can be an incredibly useful hour spent as well, so that you can understand how you get done what you need to do, both in your business and your personal life, and when it comes to the progression of your business and what that looks like too. So those are 4 things that I massively believe help keep motivation high when things seem challenging. So thank you everyone for tuning in. I know your time is incredibly precious and I appreciate you spending some of it with me. Thank you, and we'll speak really soon. Take care, everyone.